Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from IBG models, and it comes in 1/35 scale. So here we have a Pz.Kpfw 2 Ausf.b. It's a German light tank, but here we get a version with the fuel trailer. In 1/35 scale it might be an interesting diorama build, so that's why I decided to take a closer look. And we have a commercial sample here, so it means you'll get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review, and that's the final shape of this kit. So first of all, the set box is typical for such release from IBG. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have quite nice box art here, and the kit number is written there. It's 35080, and here on the side you can see also some other kits from the same brand. We reviewed some of them, so you can find it easily on our YouTube channel. And here on the opposite side you can see one of the marking options, but I truly hope that there will be more, because only one marking option is kinda interesting choice for a 1/35 scale model. So as you saw, it's a top opening box, and here we have all parts secured into several plastic bags. I can see some of them are sealed, some are not. So first of all, for example, here we have the Ziploc bag with the tracks, and I will show you one in a second. So here we have the track links, and you can notice that, well, the plastic tracks, obviously they will be better, but they are also quite tiny on this tank, so you have to work a bit with the special tools. Maybe the assembly jig will come handy, and you can see the comparison with my fingertip, they're quite small. But overall, molding quality looks fine, and as long as you are ready to repeat this task several times, then you should be fine. Next we have another Ziploc bag. Here we have the clear plastic sprue, so here it is. Now those are mainly the headlamp lenses, but still quite a useful thing, and it's a good addition for a 1/35 scale kit. The only thing is that there are no masks included into this kit, so in case you would like to get a nice paint work, you have to cover those parts with your own masks, which you cut with your own hands and tools. Next we start with the gray plastic sprues. So for example, here we have the pair of those frames with the various hatches. Nothing special, to be honest, but here you can see that they're also detailed from the opposite side, and this might be handy for opening them, obviously. Next we continue with the turret part. So this top section is molded as a single piece part, but again we have all of the hatches molded separately, and this top hatch is also separate, and of course the gun mantlet is also separate here, so you will have to install it next. Okay, so here I can see another Ziploc bag. So this one is full of the Drivetrain parts. Just give me a second, I will try to open it fast. And I'm not sure if they're identical. As far as I can see, we have two types of the plastic sprues here, so I will just pick one of each and show you what we are talking about here. So first of all, well, maybe I can show them simultaneously. So here they are. And as you can see here, we have the road wheels. We have also the drive sprocket or idler. I think that's the idler, and we have the drive sprocket separately. But the road wheels also have nice guiding elements inside, so it's just a matter of combining all of this stuff together and maybe also painting them, because I think those road wheels, they had the rubber bandages, if I'm not wrong, so you have to replicate it somehow. And again, masks are not included here, so in case you would like to get a more or less realistic appearance, you have to do it with your own hands and tools. So you can hear I am now opening another plastic bag. This one was sealed already, so that's why I need to tear it apart a bit. And here we have the big large gray plastic sprues. So here, for example, you can see some of the suspension elements. Maybe I'll zoom out so that you can see what I'm talking about here. And we have the drive sprocket here. So attachment point is placed not in between the teeth, but behind the teeth. So it might be handy for a careful separation. And here you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe you can try to bring it closer, and if camera will be kind enough to focus, now you can see what I'm talking about. But overall, this molding quality looks fine for a 1/35 scale kit, and the only thing required from you is careful assembly. Next we continue with the hull parts. So here you can see the first frame, and I think we should zoom out a bit. So here we have the various hull panels. Also you can see these parts for the rear deck, and again we have also separate hatches here, so it's just a matter of picking which ones you would like to open and maybe working on the internal paint of these items. I can see that we have some internal features on some of them, so it might be also useful, but overall I think it should be easy to assemble. Next, we continue with the... I just found out that we have actually 2 plastic sprues with the drivetrain, so I guess there is no need to show the same thing again. But we also have the main hull parts. So as you can see, this, let's say, central section, it is molded as a single piece part. So here you have the sidewalls and the bottom panel molded together. Here you continue also with some parts for the front and rear, also the engine deck, and everything looks fine. Of course, it's always good to have this bottom section as a one-piece part because you get the right alignment. And let's not forget that we do not have any interior here, so in case you would like to have a nice, let's say, exposed elements inside the tank, that's not the kit, but well, nobody advertised it as such, and I think some modders will be actually happy to learn this because they will not have to paint some internal elements and they can focus on the external weathering and other things related to this. Next, we continue with the pair of gray plastic sprues, which are again dedicated to the road wheels and suspension, but this is related to the trailer as far as I can guess, and here you can check those parts from the opposite side. Of course, plastic wheels is a welcome thing in a 1/35 scale. I say it in every review because such parts are easier to work with, and this is definitely better than the rubber tires. Next, we continue here with the parts for the trailer. So here, for example, you can see the chassis together with the wheel fenders, as well as this cross sections or halves for the fuel drums. We also have some parts for the stowage boxes, and this is the top section of the tank hull. As you can see, it looks good. It is molded together with the side skirts, and here inside you can see also some pins which can be just cut off, so it's not a serious problem here. Next, we have the pair of gray plastic sprues, so just give me a second. I will try to open it, and we will take a closer look together. Okay, so as you can guess, those 2 are dedicated to the remaining parts. So here we have some Pioneer tools, we also have some hull parts and sections, we also have some of the suspension elements, and I can notice that the Pioneer tools are molded together with the clamps. So some modders will be happy to learn this, some modders will be trying to replace it with their aftermarket. That's already your decision. But what is good here is that the main gun is molded as a single piece part, so it means you don't have to deal with separate halves. Also here you can see the lower section of the turret, and also some minor elements for the turret as well, as far as I can see. So everything looks fine, and maybe I can bring closer this main gun so that you can see what we are talking about here. The overall quality looks really good, and even the gun muzzle looks fine as well. Next, we continue with the PE parts. They are sealed into separate plastic bags, so just give me a second. I will cut through it and we will take a closer look. So here we have the decals and PE thread together. First of all, the decals are printed in tech mod. As you can see, we have all the necessary symbols, I guess only for one marking option, and that's quite a shame for a 1/35 scale, to be honest. Next, we continue with P parts, and here we have some P parts for the tank and some for the trailer. So this is also a useful addition, and as you can see, there are quite, I would say, logical additions. For example, here we have mesh, here we have also some of the chassis parts. So everything will definitely come handy in 1/35 scale build. So that's a welcome addition. And next we continue with assembly manual. So for this I will have to close the lenses and also zoom out a bit. So here you can see this assembly manual. We have the color printed brochure. We have also paints chart here in several manufacturer designations, by the way, but no history note, unfortunately. Next we have the parts map, and unused parts are not marked here, so pay attention to this. And assembly process starts with the suspension or the drivetrain, then we continue with the main hull lower section, and you also install all of the minor elements, then we continue with the drivetrain. As you remember, the suspension on this tank is quite simple, so I don't think it will take a lot of time. And here you can see we're already working on the top section of the hull. And then we install various tools, tracks, and I can see boxes going in place. Then we start working on the turret here. And it's really good that the main gun is also replicated inside, because if you open the main hatch, the top one, it will be visible through it, so definitely a nice addition. And even the gunner seat is replicated, so this is definitely a cool thing. And manufacturer even mentions that you can open the turret hatch. Next we continue with the assembly of the trailer, so this one should be easier than the tank, obviously. And here you can see some of the steps, then you join them together with the tank, and that would be pretty much it. Here you can see only one marking option, unfortunately, this gray tank, and I wonder if it would be possible to find some other reference material, maybe some alternative markings for this combo. So if you have some ideas, feel free to write in the comment section here and below, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.